I have many exciting things coming for you this year. Happy New Year, everyone! We finally made it out of 2021. Can you believe it? Today, I'm officially back from vacation, and in my first video of 2022, I just wanted to update you guys about what is coming this year to the channel. And after that, I'm also going to be giving you a few of my best tips to plan your own goal for this year. So make sure to stay until the end of the video to see that. Let's jump right into it. So what am I going to be up to this year? I definitely have a tendency of having way too much stuff that I want to do. So choosing and prioritizing is really important for me. And again, this year, there's just so much that I want to do. So I really have to choose. In the last quarter of last year, I made a really big decision to move away from children's book illustration and onto surface design illustration. And I'm really happy and excited about this decision. And all I want to do is paint and make like 1,000 new designs for this year. Unfortunately, I know that's not realistic, especially because there are also other things that I want to do this year. And first and foremost is my online course. Now, the Art Business Bootcamp Level 1 launched last year, and it was a really big success. So a lot of you have been asking me, when is Level 2 coming out? When is Level 2 coming out? So I definitely feel the pressure to jump on that right away. So I'm starting with that, and this is my very first priority this year, getting out the Level 2 course. I'm already working on it right now, and this is very exciting because Level 2 is the one where we're actually going to go into finding clients. This is the course when I show you how to actually start getting money into your art business. So I know this is what all of you are dying to know, and it's a really exciting one. And I've actually started working on this last month, and so far I've completed the whole script for the course. And it's a big one. It's 53 pages long. Phew! So it's a really big one. There's a lot to cover, but everything has been worked out as far as exactly what I'm going to teach and how I'm going to explain it and teach it. And right now I've moved on to working on the bonus materials that are going to be included with the course, including my contract template. So that's what I'm doing right now, and it's going well, but there are still some things to do before the course is ready to launch. But unfortunately, it's a bit difficult for me to be giving out an expected launch date because I'm actually going to be moving soon. I'm looking for an apartment right now, and I've actually already sent out a couple applications. I'm waiting to see what happens with that. I'm really hoping to find an apartment for February 1st, but it's possible that I might not find one in time and have to move March 1st instead. This really complicates picking a date for the launch of the course because obviously, I'm gonna have to do all my boxes. I'm gonna lose internet for a portion of that time. So I'm really unsure where to place it. So for right now, the plan is just I keep working on the course, and I'm going to let you know more information when I have it. But it's definitely going to be either in February or March. And here is all the information that I have so far about the course. This Level 2 course will cover how to do client research, how to query clients, how to follow up and build a relationship with your contacts, how to price your work, very important, how to negotiate and seal the deal, and how to negotiate contracts, including my contract templates. I also have a lot more bonus materials that I'm cooking up for you, but I'm keeping them as a surprise for now. So as you can see, there is a lot in this course. It's actually 2 modules put into one, the Finding Clients module and the Contracts modules. Because there's a lot more content in this one compared to the previous level, it's also going to be more expensive. However, we also going to have the 50% off pre-order deal just like last time. So the regular price for this course is going to be $397, and the pre-order price is going to be half that, $197. That's a whole $200 off the regular price. So anyone that's interested in this course, the pre-order is really going to be when you want to get it. I will let you know as soon as I have a date for the pre-order to open, but if you want to make sure not to miss it, you can also join the waiting list. I will leave a link to that in the description below. So that's going to take us to the spring. What is next for me after that? Well, I will immediately start working on the level 3 course, which is actually the last one. So it's like a trilogy. Level 3 is all about how to take it to the next level and become a full-time illustrator. But that's not for a long time still. I haven't even started that course yet. I'm focusing on level 2 right now, and level 3 is probably going to launch sometime in the summer or maybe even the fall, depending on how the year goes. But the main point is that my main priority for 2022 is to get all of the art business bootcamp level 1, 2, and 3 ready and available for all students who want to enroll. And I have another goal for the year, which is my illustration goal, my creative goal, aka the one that's going to keep me sane. I'm going to aim to create one new collection for every month of this year. When I say a collection, I mean 10 or so matching illustrations and pattern designs, and I use these collections both to add to my licensing portfolio for my website and also to create products for my Etsy shop. So it's kind of a 2-in-1. It's very efficient. It's what I've been doing for the last few months, and I like it a lot. So I'm going to be continuing to do that for all of 2022. And 10 designs per month will mean that by the end of the year, I should have 120 new designs ready to license in my portfolio. So this will be very exciting progress for my foray into surface design. So what about you? What are your goals for 2022? If you've already decided, then go into the comments and let us know what you're going to be up to this year. And if you haven't decided, I've put together a few tips that might help you come up with goals that are really perfect for you this year. But first, why even set goals? I hear a lot of people say, goals are kind of a waste of time. It's a new agey sort of bull crap. And honestly, I used to be one of those people. I really didn't believe in setting goals or reflection, anything like that. I used to just barrel through life at 110 miles per hour. But over the years, I realized that this just causes a lot of wasted time, wasted effort. You can run at full speed all you want, but if you don't even know where you're going, you might just end up running in circles. I've started setting goals about 5 years ago, and it's completely changed everything. Now I'm a believer. And so here are my best tips to set your own goals. Tip number 1, focus. Many artists have the same problem. We're so passionate and there's like a million things that we want to do. Sometimes it's hard to think about where to even start. I definitely have this problem too, times 100. To give you an example, there's so many more things that I would have loved to do this year, but I know that it's not realistic and I can't get everything done. So I have to focus, and I suggest that you do too. You can't fit it all, and it's really important to be realistic when you're setting your goals. Otherwise, you're setting yourself up for failure. I honestly think it's so much better to pick not enough things to do than too many. Because if you pick too many, you just risk overwhelming yourself and getting discouraged, maybe even giving up entirely. And that is the worst thing that could happen to your illustration career. Even if you take it slow, you will get there one day. But if you overwhelm yourself and give up, then you will never get there. So set realistic goals. This means not too many, not too big, not too fast. If you end up having some time left over at the end of the year to do more, then great. But don't plan for an overly tight deadline from the very start. Give yourself some room to succeed. Tip number 2, prioritize. Okay, so if you have to restrict yourself about what you're going to do this year, then what do you pick? Many of us, me included, often waste a lot of time on things that seems like what we should be doing, but ultimately don't actually get us closer to our dreams. Things like posting 3 times a week on Instagram. You all know how I feel about Instagram. If your goal is to become a full-time professional illustrator, then there are so many things that you could be doing right now instead of Instagram to get that started right now. Here are some examples of great things to prioritize at the beginning of your career. Choosing a market and style to specialize in, creating a solid portfolio, building a professional website, setting up your business as a freelancer so you can start taking work, and reaching out to potential clients. This is what you can do right now to reach your goal as fast as possible, maybe even this year in 2022. And if you'd like some help with that, then check out level 1 of the Art Business Bootcamp. We talked a little bit about this earlier. It covers exactly these topics. So if you have been trouble getting things started, check it out. I'm gonna leave the link in the description below. It might help you. Tip number 3, break it down. A goal is just a dream until you create a plan to make it happen. And it's really important to break down the big goal into smaller steps so that you can get started on that. Oftentimes, the big goal can seem a little bit overwhelming, and sometimes we don't even know how to go about it. That's where breaking it down into smaller steps will really help you out. What I suggest is to start from the end, from the goal, and work backwards to find out what you need to do to get there. And if you really have no idea at all how to get there, then your first step is to do research. Get your Google on, take an online class, whatever that works for you so that you can learn the steps that you need to take to reach that goal. And finally, tip number 4, track and adjust. It's one thing to decide on some New Year resolutions, but we both know it's an entirely different thing to follow through on them. The best way to follow through is to track your progress and adjust as you go. How long do you have to go until you reach your goal? How much have you done so far? Are you on track? And is there anything that happened that will significantly impact your goal? Those are all things that you need to ask yourself if you want to reach the finish line. And it's perfectly okay to change your goals or adjust them partly through the year. You might change your mind, or things might come up that require adjustments. It's very important to take stock so that you don't continue blindly towards a goal that no longer serves you. So there we are. These are my tips to set out your goals for this year. I hope that you will let us know in the comments what are your goals for this year. I cannot wait to hear. But that's it for me today. Thank you so much for being here. I hope that you enjoyed the video, and if you did, then don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so you can see more of this year. Thank you so much for being here and for watching this video. I hope you have a nice day. Bye bye!